But if I shoot a woman that is 8 months pregnant,
That's an
and I
interesting
kill her and the baby,
In Modesto.
do I get charged for one murder or two?
in California too.
And two.
I'm sorry, in
In
California,
California,
It's happened.
it's
Yes.
two,
Yeah.
and yet California allows abortion because that second person is not a person.
Exactly.
So in other words, I can get convicted for murdering something that's not human,
Yes.
but it's human
Yeah.
in that case.
It's
And
human
you know what
if
the
she
difference
thinks
is?
it's a human. That's the weird
Exactly.
thing.
The
Yes.
The mother has to
In-
want
in-
that
yes.
baby.
In
That
fact.
makes it human.
Yes, if she wants
If
it-
she doesn't want
Yeah.
the baby, it's
Exactly.
something else.
Isn't that crazy? But that's the system.
If the mother wanted
Oh, wait a
to
minute.
carry,
So,
if the mother wanted to carry the pregnancy,
That-
You-
that-
you
you're,
could get
you're-
lucky and
you're
only
dead in
get
the water.
one murder.
You're gonna
Right,
get
right. So, but I mean, if I shot that same woman, killed the baby, but she didn't want the baby,
then that's
then
really
it's
gonna
not
be
murder.
an
I mean, maybe
interesting-
it's
Well, that's an
battery or
interesting-
something like that,
yeah.
but it's not murder.
That's an
This would be
interesting.
like the Dred Scott kind
Yeah.
of thing, all right? I mean, is the thing human or not?
Right.
Is it subhuman? What's going on here? See, that would be very interesting.
How can you not, just take that ultrasound.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, what is
I know.
this? You know?
No, we gotta get,
Yeah, if
we
if
gotta
I'm
get,
wrong, this is just a piece of skin. That's what the law says in California.
Yeah.
I cannot be found, fine, I shot that lady, I'm responsible for that, but I can't be responsible for two murders, because this
That's
is
exactly-
just nothing but a piece of skin.
That's exactly
So
right.
you can't
It's a
prosecute
massive-
me for this.
it's a
I mean,
massive
if I were a
size.
defense lawyer, that's where I'd be all over
And
that.
by the way-
There's one murder and not two.
yes. And we use the Latin word fetus, and obviously the Latin word fetus sounds like it's just tissue. It's like this icky tissue, fetus. It has a sound to it, doesn't it? Well, it actually in Latin means young one. That's all. Any
Any
viviparous
Ah,
mammal
Bird.
right.
has young in.
Okay, so
Though that's a
that's
fetus,
always a fetus. Okay.
And
because it means
actually,
young one.
The
That's
law,
what it means.
The law refers to murder of a fetus. It doesn't call it a human being. It
Right.
calls it a fetus. But it is murder. So, and it's treated just like a murder of a human.
Yes, but you
So
can't.
you-
But it's not a person.
Okay,
Because
that's interesting.
obviously it's not a person.
Yeah.
It's human, but not a person. And so therefore,
Okay, and so-
whatever.
Yeah.
But
You don't-
but it has to be wanted in order for it to be on the docket, so
Exactly.
to speak.
To be a
So,
murder.
so once again, so when we're sitting here talking about the fact that we're defining these terms, hey, when the dogs and the cats and everything else have the same rights as
Exactly.
humans, you're removing the uniqueness
Yes.
of the human being, because I
Yes.
mean, you know, God said, hey, you will have dominion over
Exactly.
the world.
Exactly.
And now we're sitting here saying, hey, the world, we are the world, right?
Yes.
And everybody's the same.
Everybody's
The cats, the dogs, the gays,
right.
I mean, the whole bit. I mean, there
And
is no
the
difference.
trees, the dolphins, everything. Everybody has rights.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing is with our law system, all the way from the beginning, the Judeo-Christian tradition of the law system, it is a person, only a human being is a person. And a person has rights. Nobody else has rights. Everybody else is cared for. We're caretakers of everything else. Dogs and cattle and everything else. We care for them. And we're supposed to care for them. We're not supposed to torture them. We're their caretakers. But we're the only persons, so we have the rights. By the way, Wesley Smith that I mentioned, he writes about this very, very well. He's PETA, P-E-T-A,
People,
hate
ethical treatment.
Wesley Smith, because Wesley Smith is always arguing that we're the persons, we're the ones that have rights. No other animals have rights like we have rights. They need to be cared for, they need to be husbanded, you know, that kind of thing, but they don't have rights.
But then, okay, we've already taken the step then to transhumanism from a legal standpoint, because we've now endowed rights to things that
Yes.
we've said that corporations have rights.
Mhm.
They have the rights to contribute to campaigns. They have the right to do that. In other words, and
Because
there's
they're
a whole-
considered a person,
they, yeah.
collective person.
Yeah.
That's what they're considered.
Yeah, I mean, so we're taking that step to transhumanism. It's in a legal sense, but I think it's becoming more and more a real sense too, from the standpoint of corporations and everything else, they're becoming more and more real.
Well, that's a different issue.
Well, I know it's
There-
different, but
that is definitely a fiction that the law understands to be a fiction, that groups of people come together and form a corporation, and that's a person in the eyes of the law.
I understand.
But that's a
the-
different
But I
issue.
understand the
Yeah.
fiction, but the problem is that the fiction is not well understood by the people that work in the corporations. Because the corporations start to become their family. It starts to become their all.